Hello, everyone. We're continuing our marathon coverage of the 2022 Breeders' Cup, previewing all of those races coming up very shortly. And we are continuing on with Saturday's coverage, and we're on the Breeders' Cup Mile, I believe. Yes, Breeders' Cup Mile. That is 1 mile on the turf, race number 8 in the program. Let's see, profile of a mile turf winner during this Keeneland meet. We've got only 7 races to look at, so take it for what it is here. Mid to outside post with early speed looks like the way to go. Key facts, foreign horses won the last 4. Oh, very important. The average payouts look attractive at $29.50, but take out the $148 for Order of Australia and $62 for, I don't know how to say that word, Caraconite. And the payout falls to $10.58 with favorites winning 4 out of the 8. So favorites look like a pretty decent play in this race for the most part. We're going to go ahead and take a peek here. Oh, yes. All the green has nothing to do with the outside or the back end of the race. All right. So let's bring in some people who know what they're really talking about here instead of me just kind of going with my gut. Let's bring in some experts here. All right, we'll go back to you, Tom. It's been a minute since we saw you, so give us your opinion on the Breeders' Cup Mile.
I will. Greenloper is my top choice. Won last time out at Perry Longchamp in a Group 1, beat it Order of Australia by 5 lengths. She's won 3 times this season and really has looked very good. When she's not won, which are both Group 1s, one was at the Curragh and the other one was at Goodwood. She was top weight, and she just didn't have it there. But when her 2 races that are important to note here is she's beaten the males. This is the race that the trainer has targeted. In the articles I've read, she looks like this is her nice setup. This is one of those mares that has matured with age and has gotten better and better, and I think she's a great miler, and this is where she is. She should be. My second choice is Kinross. Well, there's not much more to say about this horse except, boy, is he in form. He really, Ascot race last time out, ran on the near side and absolutely blew him away by 2 1/4 lengths and at 6 furlongs. Before that, he won at Perry Longchamp at going 7 furlongs without any problem, just continues to improve. He's a 7 furlong horse, but he has gotten the mile, and he did that at Kempton on the all-weather. And so current form, Frankie Tettori really a tough horse to beat. And Annapolis will be my final choice in there. He really has come to his Penn National race was he finished second, beat by a big long shot, moved at the wrong time, but the rest of the races he's run have been impressive. And the last race was very impressive, winning over Ivor and Order of Australia without too much trouble, and he is going to be very tough in this race. And my long shot in this race will be Malafat. This is a horse coming in from France who has been very, very consistent overall. She just runs nice races every time, but just hasn't, won a few, but hasn't hit that top. But this could be her peak right here, and watch out.
All right. Sounds good to me, but let's check in with another expert here. Charles, what are you thinking for this one?
Well, this one I'm going pretty much, I think pretty much shippers here. There's probably one horse in the States that I'm leaning towards a little bit. But my first horse that I think is most likely the winner here and has won this race before, and Modern Games is the name. The horse does everything right. Last time out, just throw it out. It was at Ascot, Bayside Boy, just got to him at the end. You know, they throw something like that every once in a while. But this horse is perfect for this distance, and if he gets a good post, I think he'll be extremely hard to beat. It's funny. Like Rich is making fun of me, and when he came to the sprint, he's saying, "Jackie, I'm Jackie Warrior, Jackie Warrior." But yeah, he doesn't have me with him head to head. That's kind of funny, huh? Let's put it that way. But Modern Games is really, I think, is the horse to beat in this race. Ken Ross is like Tom said. This horse is fast. Basically a 7 furlong horse, but can get the mile. Has won 4 in a row. Like I said, Tom said it all about this horse. The horse has got a lot of talent. And my lean towards the States, which would be my long shot, would be the Annapolis. Todd has pointed this horse towards this race a little bit all year long. The horse likes the distance a lot, but must beat Modern Games. I mean, I guess that's the bottom line. And can they beat the Modern Games? So he's going to have the target on his back, and let's see if anyone can get it.
Sure. So, Tom, I'm kind of surprised that you didn't also go with Modern Games. That horse seemed like the one to beat to me also, because it did win this race last year. That wasn't enough to impress you?
Did not win this race last year. Won the juvenile.
Juvenile. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's a 3-year.
You're right.
It's a 3-year-old.
That is different.
Yeah, the reason I didn't go with it is I thought the last race was a stinker. It was did not run well. And Bayside Boyd is not going to be running this race. I'd be very surprised if that horse shows up here. He just did not run. I mean, really, Dream Loper and Ken Ross are the ones to beat in my mind. And I went with Dream Loper because this is the race that trainer's been targeting all along, and she was very impressive at Perry Longchamp in her last race. But Ken Ross too ran some really top races. So I mean, he's just really been impressive, and he's definitely at the peak. And you always like to catch him at the peak. Annapolis is one of those that won last time, and you really got to think about it seriously but again, one of these things when we're not don't have the advantage of is the post positions. We don't know where these
tremendous.
Yeah, that is huge.
Because frankly, I mean, Order of Australia broke from 14-1 in the trip. Okay, that's a fluke in my opinion. If Ken Ross draws 14, be tough for me to bet it.
Well, it'll be the same thing with Modern Games for me. I mean, Post has got a lot to do with it.
Yeah, I mean, Post's going to have a ton to do with this race. We got 2 turns to go around.
Sure.
Positioning is very key. Based on what I've seen with Dream Loper and the way that they position this horse in her races, again, she's just been really phenomenal, and she can beat the males. That's not an issue. And when she's lost because she was top weight, and she lost by, fairly significant margins, relatively speaking. But this is a mile. This is, I think, her specialty. I agree with you there too. And as I said, the trainer's been targeting this, and based on her last race, I think she's really the one to beat. And I think you're not going to get a big price on her, but you're going to get something on her because she's not going off as the favorite.
Sure. Well, wonderful insights from both of you. Thank you so much. And that is why you should stay tuned for more Breeders' Cup coverage. We are covering all of the Breeders' Cup races for the weekend coming up, Friday and Saturday. So make sure that you tune in for that. You will see links in the description. You'll also see this nice little banner with all the info you need of where to find all of this great information to help you make the right picks to get you in the
winner's circle.